There's a saying I've heard so often that it's practically a cliche by now. There are no atheists in foxholes. The idea is that if you're in the middle of a war and you're in the trenches, then you are under so much stress that you have to believe in God to protect you. Because no atheist would ever risk their lives like that. It's a really nasty thing to say about atheists. And it's derogatory toward people of faith as well, because it suggests that faith and fear go together. But look, a scared atheist is not a Christian. It's also objectively untrue. There are atheists in the military. There always have been. Pat Tillman was a former NFL player who lost his life in war. He was an atheist. Also in the military, baseball player Ted Williams, author Kurt Vonnegut, the founder of Humanistic Judaism Sherwin Wine. All non-religious, all veterans. Hans Kosten is less well known, but he served in World War II, and he was appointed by his peers to speak on behalf of so many prisoners of war. He himself was sentenced to die, along with the Jewish comrades that he refused to betray to the Nazis. He was an atheist. You think he wasn't scared? I'm sure he was, but he was brave. There's even a whole organization for atheists in the military. It's called the Military Association of Atheists and Freethinkers, and you can find them at militaryatheists.org. I'll call them MAF in this video. There are atheists who are willing to risk their lives and make a sacrifice for other people and for their country. And they do that even with the knowledge that there's no afterlife awaiting them. I'd say that makes them especially courageous. It's been said before, but if you really believe there are no atheists in foxholes, that says less about atheists and far more about foxholes. That even in our military, you have to keep your godlessness under wraps out of fear that it could hurt your career advancement, or that your fellow soldiers might treat you differently if they found out. By the way, according to official Department of Defense documents gathered by MAF, evangelical Christians make up less than 20% of the military, but more than 60% of the chaplaincy. There are chaplains for Hindus, Buddhists, Jews, and Muslims, but the Navy recently rejected a humanist chaplain, presumably only because he doesn't believe in God. They rejected him even though there are more atheists in the military than any of those non-Christian denominations, according to those same Defense Department records. Many military leaders seem to have turned their backs on atheists in foxholes. Make no mistake, there are atheists in the military. There are also atheist police officers and firefighters. Anyone who says there aren't is ignoring the contributions of countless men and women who have made that sacrifice. Every now and then you hear these stories about people who didn't serve in the military but pretended to do so. And we get upset about it, we get angry about it, because it somehow dishonors the people who really did make that sacrifice. Well, I would argue that saying atheists don't serve in the military should also be considered an act of stolen valor. Don't take this away from them. So remember that the next time you hear someone say it, whether it's a friend of yours or someone in the media. Be outraged and let them know about it. Let them know what's wrong with it. Even if you're opposed to war and the military in general, I hope that's not a reason you allow this cliche to stand when you hear it. And if you are a foxhole atheist, thank you. Thank you for your service and your courage and everything you're doing. And I hope you're able to stand up one day for your beliefs the same way your religious peers are able to. You've got a lot of support from the non-religious community, and certainly from groups like MAF. My name is Hemant Mehta, and I write at friendlyatheist.com. What do you want to see a video about? Let us know in the comments below, and we'll be sure to check it out. And don't forget to subscribe.